On the off chance that the best protection is to be sure a decent defense, at that point this rebodied Ford F-450 must be the most hostile, and consequently best safeguarding, method of street transport accessible, at any rate to those whose individual guard spending plan can swing $250,000. Goodness, and in spite of the fact that this US claim to fame vehicle's Rhino GX looks impenetrable, making it actually so, to be 6th-level gunfire protection, includes significant cost. What do you get at the cost of 2 Hellfire to-ground rockets? A lot undiscovered greatness under the surface. The I, which is a completely new SUV body where a consistent taxicab and 8-foot dualie pickup box was the point at which the Ford F-450 Super Duty pickup left the Kentucky truck plant in Louisville. The first truck's edge, firewall, and V columns are held in vigorously altered. Whatever remains of the new bodywork is developed of hand-worked steel, aside from the hood, front bumpers, and each of the 4-wheel flares, which are composite pieces. If you don't mind, take note of the handholds at the rooftop and coordinating foot spaces in the lower entryways that enable your entourage of disposable protectors to cling to the outside of the vehicle and furnish cover fire with their trigger hands as you speed through antagonistic regions. Sharp eyes will take note of the last-gen Super Duty headlights have additionally been held. Indeed, generation ranges through this late spring are being filled on 2016 vintage truck frame, after which the tooling will all be updated to suit the 2017 and more up-to-date F-450. The front suspension is generally stock, enlarged with Bilstein customizable studs. The back suspension is totally updated, be that as it may. The leaf springs are jettisoned for a class, compressible liquid-active suspension system, from LiquidSpring, providers to the emergency vehicle, transport, and RV ventures. The hub is situated by upper and lower span bars on the 2 sides with a horizontal connection over the hub. Pressure-driven spring, damper units give stack leveling, 3 ride-tallness settings, the front isn't movable, and variable damping. The fashioned aluminum wheels are minor supernatural occurrences of building also, in light of the fact that they are compatible front to raise, just by turning them around. This is no simple assignment, given that the Giver truck puts the back wheel mounting surface well detachable of the fronts due to the F450's standard double back wheel setup. Yet, by machining and painting within and outside, and by only swapping the middle tops, a profoundly balanced raised wheel can be modified to fit on the shallow counterbalanced front hub. Inside, the stock front seats are destroyed, fancier froth is introduced, and they're reswathed in a more extravagant review of hand-sewn cowhide that now covers essentially all that you can see or reach, with the exception of the main event, which is Alcantara. The second and third lines are extraordinarily built for USSV. The Sync framework is discarded for an Alpine touchscreen infotainment framework that likewise gives control of the broad helper LED lighting that can deliver close sunlight all around the truck. An executive design includes a segment lodging an extra-large television, with more extravagant royal positions set more distant back in lieu of third push seating. So what does it feel like to drive this enormous dark Rhino? Threatening, in the dynamic, I'm the intimidator feeling of the word. One appreciates a feeling of regard from kindred drivers that is absolutely missing from the steerage of a Ford EcoSport or Chevrolet Trax. Forward perceivability is great, yet the view out the back is risky. An awesome high-mounted camera bears a directing perspective while turning around, be that as it may. While quickening, the power-stroke diesel appears to entirely well disregard the 2,500 or so pounds USSV loads the Super Duty underpinnings with. Controlling is enormous apparatus inert yet sufficiently exact, to reword the idiom, sufficiently close for horseshoes, hand explosives, and atomic fighting. Plainly this apparatus isn't for everybody, particularly few out of every odd American. Of the 300 or so Rhino GX's USSV has moved up until this point, just 20 of them are stamping around on US soil. Most by far are sold in China, where it's known as the G pattern. Truly, after that notorious American champion of a decent defense, old blood and guts George S. Patton. In any case, stay tuned. USSV is going to present its Rhino XT, a 2-entryway rebody of a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. Maybe in China, this one will be named after a somewhat less aggressive general, perhaps the D. Eisenhower.